Okay, so these are in Craft to Square. I call them pencil holders, but there's the round and then there's the square and then the crates. Now I was going to use that larger crate that's in the back of the smaller crates, but it was too big. So what I ended up doing was using 3 of the smaller crates. I paint them with this, I think this is from Apple Barrel. It's called Milk Chocolate. It's just an acrylic paint. They also have this one in Deco Art. It's a darker, so I used the lighter one, which was called Milk Chocolate. So here I am just gluing the 2 smaller crates together, just using some hot glue, but you could use a white glue like tacky glue or E6000 as well. I also go ahead and glue the circular piece to the square, but I recommend that you do it the opposite of what I did, not the solid piece but the open piece to the front. So I did this wrong. Do not do what I do. So to create the smokestack, I am using this ice cream cone that came in the same package. It's in the toy section. It comes in a little piece of net, and it comes with 2 ice cream cones, a chocolate bar, and 2 donuts. And so I am going to use my drill, and I'm going to create a hole at the top of this, but you don't have to. If you don't want to use a power tool, just cut the cone down and hot glue it to the top of your train. Okay, so as you can see, I hot glued the cone into the round pencil holder, and now I'm attaching the correct end to the box, and we'll fix the front later. These are actually from ignore that hole on the side. It's not supposed to be there, and it is what it is. Anyways, these are empty hole things from adding paper or register retreat. The paper is rolled on this, so when you run out of paper, that's what's left. So I've been collecting them from my work and using them as the axles of the train. But you could cut up pieces of dowel, or you may even find round pieces like this at Hobby Lobby or Michael's in packages. But I'm using these, and I put 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and then only 1 in the middle, although in hindsight I would put 2 in the middle one too. It wobbles a little bit, but it's okay because it's kind of cute, because trains wobble. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to put round wooden discs that I'm going to cover with twisted white and red chenille stems to look like peppermints. So that's what I'm doing here. So, and I'm just doing it with some hot glue. There you go. Okay, so these are the round wheel pieces that I have, and here I am twisting. It's the red, like shiny chenille stems with a white, and you just twist it. The more you twist it, the more color you get. But I just twist it together, and then I'm going to just hot glue it onto the wheel. And you just start on the outside and go all the way around. You'll see later on I end up painting the wheels that same milk chocolate brown, so that they match, because the top of the wheel and the back of the wheel will show. So that's a heads up. And so then you just glue it down and you follow all the way around the wheel. Sorry, that's out of camera sight, but here you go. Right on there, and then just go all the way around. And you may run out, and you can just put in another little piece to finish off the whole wheel. And then you're just going to glue this entire wheel onto the end of the black piece. I don't know what you want to call that, the adding paper insert, I guess you want to call it that. But again, if you don't have those, which most people won't unless you have an office, then you could just use a cut up dowel. And as you see, I'm just going around in a circle and filling it all in. And then what I do is I take the very end of it and I just tuck it. There was a hole in this disc. You can buy a whole bag of these at Hobby Lobby or Joann's in their wood section. But you could also use bottle caps too. So, you know, save your milk bottle tops and you could paint them and do that with it. And there you go. And now I'm just placing it on top of that black piece. Like so. Alright, so I'm just using the top of the ice cream cone and I'm just going to attach that. It also came in the same package. I'm just going to put some of this white puffy paint and some of the sprinkles. So here I changed out the white puffy paint for pink puffy paint to make it a little more colorful. I had to cut the tip because the paint was not coming out, and so I just spread a whole bunch all the way around, and then I'm going to apply it with my fingertip like so. And now you just sprinkle all the little plastic colored pieces. And again, if you don't have these, you could use beads, you could use confetti, you could use sequins, whatever you have in your stash, just use that. So cute. So now I'm taking the puffy paint and I'm just going to add some decorating elements to the train. Do not overthink this. It's very basic painting. I'm basically doing loops and dots and some teardrops. I will say I don't like the Dollar Tree paint for this. It's very watery as opposed to scribbles that you can get at other craft stores. But basically I'm just doing loops or C's. Look at them as C's. You could do S's. You could do just dotted lines. It all is very, very basic. I did the door, but you'll see later on I end up covering that with the straws to make it more colorful. So I'm just going along and putting dots so that it looks like icing. And that's all you got to do. And again, if you wanted to use colored paints, you don't have to use the white. I use the white because that's more traditional with the gingerbread. But this is it. And of course, once this is dry, I do the same on the opposite side. Okay, and now I am doing the cabooses, box cars, and I'm just doing the letter C, really. They're just loops with dots. So keep it simple. Don't overthink it. It does not have to be complicated. Just very simple. Okay, so it's all dried. Obviously, this is a mistake. I should have put 2 on there. But I may keep it like that because I am going to attach it, and I think it's kind of funny that if it moves, but we'll see. So I got these at the Dollar Tree, and so we're going to put them in the door like that. So I'm just going to get some hot glue, put him in the door. He's waving out the door. And then I have her for the other side. Same thing. Like that. Alright. Now we're going to put a roof. So we have these straws. Now there's so many different things you can do. You could take 2 pipe cleaners like I did here. You could take a dowel rod, paint it white, and wrap ribbon around it. I mean, there's 1,000 things you can do. So you don't have to, if you can't find the straws, which you probably can. Okay, so I'm going to go with the white paint like I did here. And if you have more of the little gingerbread guys, you could put them in here, or you could put little toys in there, you could put candies in there, whatever you like. But I also have these stickers I've had for centuries, it feels like, and I'm going to put them all along here. I don't know if I'm going to put the same ones or different ones. Yeah, let's put different ones. So put some hot glue, and they're fun because they're shakers. So we'll put that, and then we'll put this one, and then we'll put this one. And again, use stickers that you have, cut out little pieces of felt. I mean, there's just so many things you could do to decorate these with. The list is endless. So I'm going to go and decorate the other side of this. Oh, now to connect all these, I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're in the hair aisle, and I guess they use them to, you know, do things to the hair. But what I'm going to do is pull them apart, and I'm going to turn this up so I can glue that part. I thought I was going to like put it right in the holes, because I have holes that I drilled. Well, actually those were already in there because they had the jute twine hangers. But yeah, so we'll do this to that. So we'll put this on here and there. I'll just hold it. It really would be more solid if it was inside. Alright, convinced myself otherwise. So I'm going to cut this part off. See, I'm a work in progress always. And that's why, you know, I always say, you know, be flexible. You may have a vision, but it may change. So this comes right off. This goes right here. And just stick it in the hole. And just hold that. Cut both ends, because now I got to pull on this to cut it again. So let me attach these, and I'm going to decorate the rest, and I'll show you what I do with the little coal bucket. So I was telling my daughter I was not happy with the way this turned out. And she's like, well, I think it's the top. And I agree. So then I put my thinking cap on, and I remembered I had a bunch of these. They are Nutella, and they come in this half circle. And I thought I could glue these and cover this and put this on the top, and that would look much stronger and much better. So since these are just paper straws, I'm just going to take them off. And this is just to show you that not all plans go the way you think they're going to go. It's just the way it is. So, take this off. Now, I went to the Dollar Tree. Oh, this one's not even attached. Oh, good. Alright. Even better. Maybe these will come right off. Well, these weren't even all the way down. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I found this in the Valentine section, which is red and green, which I like even better. So I grabbed those, but I think I'm going to put skewers in them so that they're a little stronger, because this is obviously much heavier than a piece of felt. Well, this one's giving me a hard time. This one is not. And like I tell you, you know, you got to be able to be flexible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue these together, and then I'm going to cover it. I don't know if I can reuse this one. Let me see. Probably not. Yeah. So that I think will just make it perfect. Alright. So let's see if this is heated up. So let's put the straws in. What I'm going to try to do is put, alright, so that fits in there. That's probably all I need. Let's see, this is here. I'm going to cut it there. And I can just bring it up. So we'll glue this in here. Found a use for these. Okay, so one of the things I remembered is that I bought all these little wooden cutouts at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint both sides and we're going to put them in here. I may put some lollipops in there too. But this is what I did so far. I reused this. Now again, if you don't have these plastic sticks, highly unlikely you do, but you can use a skewer and just put it in the size of the straw you need, and then just cut that out, and it just gives it a little more stability. So I glued these 4 in. Now I'm thinking I'm going to glue a button on each of this, and then glue these to the buttons so that it has more to adhere to. So we're going to put this aside, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I attached these two together, and then I measured it and cut it a little bit more. And then, because it's circular, you always want to trim around. so that it will form. And I'm just putting a little hot glue. This is sticky, but not sticky enough. And then you want to pull it really tight so that it's nice and taut. And then you just go all the way around. And then the same thing on this side. So those sides are covered. Now I took the piece that I cut. Where's the piece that I cut? Okay. And now this is going to fit. Now this was long enough. This was not long enough, so I had this ribbon from last year. Let's see, who's it by? This is probably from Walmart. But it had the cute little candies, so I just put that around the edge. Why does this have glue on it? Well, I guess the candy's going to have to go there. But anyways, this is going to go like so. May go over a little bit. Let's put some glue. Stronger, much cleaner. I like it a lot better. You know what, I'm wondering if I should put the gingerbread guys across here like this. Huh, I think I might do that. Leave this empty to put candy in. Yeah, I think I might do that. Alright, so now we're going to glue these in. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on the bottom. I love when I save something really stupid, like plastic pieces, and then end up using them. It just gives me so much joy, because I hate stuff going in the dump. I just do. I grew up, well, it was the town dump down the road, and it ended up becoming the largest landfill in New England, so I saw that thing grow take over the town, and I just hate how much is wasted, so I'm kind of a little passionate about that. And then I'm going to go in and just put dabs so that it stays in place. And again, all these strings that you get, just take your hairdryer or your heat gun and give it a blast, and they'll all come undone. by the way, I saw that Dollar Tree sold it too, so again, it's after Christmas, but there's a lot of after Christmas sales going on, and now is the time to get this stuff. Alright, so, and this is gonna go, oh, why is one shorter than the others? That's not cool. Excuse me. Alright, I have to measure all these, excuse me, and cut them, and I'll be back. I don't know how I did it, but I ended up having the same buttons, but I don't think it really matters. But as you can see, I put the buttons on the top, and now I'm just going to put some glue on the top of the buttons, and then place this on top of that. So I'm liking this so much more. Now, I did get more of the straws, and I'm going over the white because it's not colorful enough. I know traditionally gingerbread is just the brown and the white, but you know, I love color, so I just measured and as I was going through my buttons, I'm like, oh, what can I use these buttons for? So I put a button for the handle. So I did leave this wide open so we can put candy in here, and I am going to put these little guys. I'm going to do this, and then I think a candy, you know, I don't know. I may actually go over the white to make it thicker and put some of this glitter. This is a cheap glitter. I don't know where it came from. Let's see, what does it say? It doesn't say much, but I mean, we got the whole thing for $2.38, so that it looks icy. So I think I may do that, but so let me do a little more decorating. With these, I would just get the white. Where is my white? Seem pretty empty. And I wouldn't do too much. I mean, no, this is just flowing out. And I start off with the eyes. Buttons, and then I just kind of go around the edge like frosting. So I didn't like how the edge shows, so I'm going to do one of my famous cover-ups, if I can. I found all this stuff in my stash, and I'm thrilled. Yeah. This is just going to look like icing, nothing too fancy. And then I'm just going to take some of these gumdrops and place them all over. And then I'm going to do the same there. Now, if you don't have any candies, they have these right now at the Dollar Tree in the Fairy Garden. It comes with 3 pieces, and these would look adorable on here. So just look around. See, like that. Loving it. And I have these little guys. I'm just going to put one in the middle. And then I found this adorable cookie cutter. I save these things because I don't want to use them. They're so damn cute. And then it's like, what are you saving it for? So, yeah. And then we have a lollipop. Look at that. So freaking cute. Let's put another one of these. And we'll put a candy cane. Yeah. And I'm going to put this on there and do the same on the other side. And I'm going to throw some candies in there, but so much better than before. I love it. I hope you did too. Again, thank you for hanging in there with me, because you never know what I'm going to do. But yeah, I hope you really like this. Again, please give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, please, because you know, by you doing that, it makes YouTube take notice of me, and hopefully someday I will get sponsors and monetize this, because it does cost a lot of money. I do enjoy it, and I do sell stuff, but I don't sell a lot, so I'd really appreciate your support. Alright, keep on creating. Alright, so I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. I have no idea. But I forgot to tell you what I'm going to do with this mess up that I did. So I don't think this is going to be the right, well, you know what, I'll just make it a bigger tip. But anyway, so I'm going to take this bag, and I'm going to make the tip pretty large. And I'm going to take some of the lightweight spackling that I get at Dollar Tree. Put a bunch of this in the bag. Don't really know how much I'm going to need. I think that should be enough. So you just squeeze it down. Oh, don't tell me that this wasn't cut. There it comes. I think maybe it should be a little bit bigger. what you're going to do is just ice. Oh, this doesn't want to work. I wonder if I need to add something to it to make it a little more. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to get a bowl and mix it with something. Hold on. I forgot to tell you what I'm going to do with this mess up that I did. So I'm adding a little of this iridescent medium and some of this iridescent paste. And what I'm trying to do is just get it a little more liquefied, I guess. You know, maybe instead of the pastry bag, I'll just plop it on. See, this looks too thin. Did you know crafting was part science? I think what I'll do is I'll plate. It didn't come exactly the way I wanted. And there it is, the final reveal. It was a long way coming, but I'm glad you hung in there with me. And I just adore gingerbread anything. So here is the house and the train. And then the ornaments. And I have to say, I do like it with the colored paint behind it. That one had the green, so yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, enjoy. More to come for sure. Keep on creating.